I lost.
No, you can't hear me, Senator?
Disconnected us.
All right, they're going to check their audio there, but I should say that Senator Bill Cassidy is among those Republicans who are saying we've got to find a way to stop them finding a way to keep pushing this. We'll have more.
Program, they must stop all harassing and threatening collection activities. Call Tax Relief today now at 800-398-9411 to see if you qualify. Again, 800-398-9411.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Ariva is a cryptocurrency that is used in global and local tourism and travel networks as well. It can be used to book reservations, also get some valuable content sharing. You can get rewarded for that as well. So with me is Claudia Topperdell, the Chief Communications Officer for Ariva. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Jane. It's really a great pleasure to be here.
Oh, great. Well, it's great to see you. And let's just talk about Ariva and what the company is doing. I know you're making a lot of waves in both crypto and travel. So explain what you're doing with Ariva.
Yes, let me tell you that a lot of things has been achieved in the last period with Ariva, because we have this big aim to improve and even to revolutionize the tourism industry and to make it more seamless and more beneficial for travelers and tourists. And in this direction, in the last period, we have listed in several exchanges. We feature on many articles made by reputable press. We also have launched our NFT, our Ariva Man, because this is the new challenge, to say like that. And also we had the introduction of our metaverse, which is called Ariva Wonderland. Also, we have another big achievement, a strategic partnership with World Tourism Forum Institute and Global Tourism Forum. And I think this partnership is ushering in a new era for the tourism industry. Also, we have another important partnership with BTS Labs, and also we had a big event, the Dubai Blockchain event, that was hosted by Ariva. And of course, I can't forget also about Ariva World Travel Portal that was fully launched and now it's fully functional. So we are doing a lot of things and we have a lot to catch up.
You do have a lot going on. Let's talk about the metaverse here for a little bit. I mean, what is attainable on the Ariva metaverse? What can users expect there? Wonderland, is that?
Yes,
right?
This is the name. This is the name, Ariva Wonderland. So, Ariva Wonderland is how to say to you, another world, a second world created virtually by Ariva, in which users can have different activities right there in the metaverse. Also, Ariva Wonderland has a lot of features included in the metaverse, which are not only interesting but also beneficial for the users. So, for example, we had just finished our first range of land sales, so users can purchase land, like virtual land, and they can also develop this land and also earn from it. Also, we have developed and we have a future of time travel, so users can travel in time, in the past or in the future for certain purposes. I don't know.
So cool.
Yeah, and even more than this, we have also for our travelers the possibility to travel virtual to a new destination that they haven't yet arrived, in real time. So this will offer you, as a traveler, the possibility to know what to expect when you are arriving to that destination. And another thing that is very important, another feature that is very intriguing, is the advertising feature. So the individuals and also the business companies can use this advertising to to advertise this feature of advertising to promote and advertise their products and their companies, their businesses in the virtual world. We have also another thing that is very important. It's like the travel earn service, which is another enjoyable feature on our Ariva Wonderland. So our users can earn treats and rewards by spending time in our metaverse and also by traveling in our metaverse. So how cool is that?
Yeah, no, and that's a very well thought out metaverse too. Like they're not always so kind of fleshed out. It's a little bit like, so tell me about the real life solutions you have as well. So not just in the metaverse, but there's also some real life traveling.
Yes, I think this is an important question, but I can tell you that the people that are following us for a long time already know the question, the answer at this question, that we really have solutions for real life, you know, like we are trying now to, and this is clear that removing all the obstacles and the difficulties that the travelers are facing in the, let's say, traditional tourism industry, it was like a pain point for us, because this is not only a real life problem, but it's a global one, you know. So for this reason, we just launched the Ariva World Travel Portal. So with this portal, we want to simplify all the travel operations made by every person that wants to travel. So more concrete, Ariva World is a travel portal that is not only making possible to make all the bookings swift and easy, but also what is very interesting, it offers the possibility to our users to pay for their services, for their travel services, using the ARV token, you know, or other stable coins or other digital currencies that will be added soon to our platform. So I think making bookings easy and swift, having already a payment method, you know, the ARV token, this will totally eliminate these kind of difficulties that the traveler is facing in the real world and in the traditional tourism industry. So I want to put you a question. Okay. To make it more concrete, how many apps you have in your telephone for booking a holiday or a travel?
I don't know. I mean, I have several airline apps. I think I have probably 6.
Yeah. So now you will have only one app, you know, only one portal, Ariva World Portal, and this is like a all-inclusive service for travel, you know. So you have there the possibility to choose for your service, for your
so you
travel services. You can choose, you can book, and simply you can pay using your Ariva token or other stable coin. You know, it's simply like that.
Well, thank you so much, Claudia, for coming in and explaining all of this.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glintpay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
The technology behind Rego payment architecture enables banks, retailers, families as well, to be able to offer digital wallets. And in particular, they have a product, Missoula, that is geared toward families and protection of kids. And with me is Stewart Harvey, the chairman of the board of advisors for Rego payment architecture. Welcome, Stewart. Great to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You have a lot of experience in kind of the payment space. Give me a synopsis of your career.
Well, I'm a payments guy. My entire career has focused on financial technology, payments, related software businesses. So I've run companies like Elevon, which is a very traditional credit and debit card processor. I ran Ceridian Corporation, and our payment subsidiary was Comdata, which was one of the largest fleet card issuers. Most recently, I was the chairman of the board of PaySafe, which is now public. and that focuses on digital wallet solutions, credit and debit card processing, as well as prepaid cards, which we call our eCash solution.
Okay.
So I've done a lot around payments and fintech, and I just love the industry.
And so that led you to the chairman position of Rego. And tell me about what attracted you to that. Someone with your extensive experience, why was this a special opportunity?
Well, I think, Jane, you get to a point in your career, how do I take this payments experience, payments knowledge, industry knowledge, and a fair amount of capital markets experience? How do you do some good with that? What can you apply to do good? And Rego just captivated me with the management team and their board, with Peter Palullo and his team, Steve Kravitz. They are all about protection of children.
Yeah.
And their whole mission is about the protection of children in a payments environment. So as I looked into it, I looked at the functionality of what Missoula, their payment button and their payment application does, their product, and what the Rego platform does. And I became not just enamored with it, but so supportive of just the idea of what they do. And it really is about protection of children when they're engaged in online commerce. So anytime a child is making some kind of payment or buying something or something, or responding to a promotion on the internet, and they want to effect a payment, it should be COPPA compliant. And that's the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Yeah. And Missoula is the only app, the only payment button, the only digital wallet solution that is fully compliant with COPPA. So that to me is very meaningful. I mean, the issues around children and children abuse are very, very substantial.
Yeah.
Children are abused in this country every day by the millions. They're trafficked. They're abused to the point of death. It's incredibly sad. And by using the Missoula pay function and using the application there, inappropriate data, let alone their identity, is not revealed.
Yeah.
And these kids deserve protection.
No, for sure. And I mean, because there are other options out there for kids' wallets, but they will market to them based on where they're making purchases. There are some other information that could be released, like their location or maybe their home. I mean, so Missoula, that's what makes them unique.
Yes.
So that's a really important thing. I mean, where else can the platform be used in terms of Rego? Because I guess they do things other than Missoula.
Well, it actually helps parents. It starts with parents and the parent-child relationship, because parents can really use it as a tool. They can be aware of what children are authorized to spend, how much they're allowed to spend, so they have control. They see the transparency about how the use of the app is and the payment button is used. It also protects merchants. It's a two-sided network, because if a merchant adopts this, they know that they're compliant. They don't have to worry about being fined or having some regulatory issues with this. But to your point, I mean, banks can use this. Anyone in the payment value chain that's driving commerce, anywhere in that ecosystem, payments ecosystem, the Missoula application or the pay button has a place there, as dedicated to the protection of children.
Right, and that's where the architecture comes in, that it's really available to anybody. And what kind of information then can they get from that if it's not a child? Because adults could use this too. Yeah. Right? Okay.
Well, again, it's not children's identity, it's not personal information. What retailers like are just kids' spending habits, right? What are trends in the industry? What are, COPPA goes up to the age of 13, okay? So it's interesting how much kids influence parents' buying behavior, right? Whether it's video games, whether it's other types of sports equipment or whatever they're buying online, it's amazing the data. So there is data that's captured, but it's not personal data. It's not identity. It's not things that would violate the COPPA legislation.
Just basically what a business would want to know, but nothing that would violate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming in.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glintpay.com or download
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
Fandify is building a crowd-based and system-generated prediction and fan engagement platform. And with me is the CEO of Fandify, David Vinokurov. Welcome. Great to meet you in person.
Nice to meet you in person finally as well.
Some of these on Zoom. All right, so you just changed the name of the company. I guess give me the reason why you did that.
Well, the main reason is that as we developed the technology and we saw all the different applications that we and sectors, content silos that we could apply our prediction engine to, it really expanded beyond fandom, sports, and media. We can overlay our predictive technology on live streams, cooking shows, makeup tutorials, sports, esports. We're only limited by our creativity. And the Fandify brand name, it's more unique and it's a little bit more generic. And frankly, it's both a noun and a verb, right? Our goal is now to Fandify the global content creator community.
Like condensed, like kind of,
exactly.
I like it. So you gave a brief explanation of the business. Go through the business model. What does Fandify do?
So what our mission is really to empower the global content creator community. So typically, content creators are able to monetize their content through advertising. Now, how do you engage with broadcast content? You watch it with your eyes, or you may tweet about it, but beyond that, that really stops. So with the Fandify prediction engine, what we can do is overlay real-time predictions within the context of what's occurring live in a particular feed, in a pre-scripted program, to keep people engaged, to swipe left, swipe right throughout the duration of that content, creating a more engaging experience, and again, creating new revenue streams. We can do watch parties where people can challenge each other to predictions that are occurring in the stream as well. So it's a new way to monetize content. It's a new way to engage with your fans, and it's frankly unique in the market.
Yeah, is that artificial intelligence driven? Or?
Well, what we can do with our, it's a neural network in the back.
Okay.
But what we can do is, based on the type of content silos, our system will recognize what's going on in that specific event, and we'll be able to suggest predictions similar to what you have in the Google search bar.
So, okay. And what are your most important markets, would you say?
Well, we're going to first be going after the esports market.
Esports, okay.
Yeah, we're starting with that. Beyond that, we're going to be moving into sports and live scripted content. We just recently announced an LOI with Ariva Media Labs. It's a technology incubator in Los Angeles, and they're involved in various different types of scripted programming, live content, broadcasting, award shows, and other very cool things.
Now, there's some gamification to this too, right? And rewards, and how does that fit into the whole business?
So, what we want to do is reward people for their attention, right? So as you're watching, as you're engaging with the community, as you're engaging with other viewers, you're winning leaderboard status, digital goods, NFTs, which obviously are very popular. Those NFTs that we're going to be creating, we partnered with Polygon, which is one of the leading blockchain protocols that allows minting of significant amount of NFTs at scale at extremely low cost. Our goal is not to create the next super popular collection where they're selling for millions of dollars. What our goal is to create millions of NFTs for hundreds of millions of fans, hopefully, be able to mint them quickly, at scale, efficiently, and to create custom utility tokens that will reward people through brand activations with the sponsors of specific content creators, or some of the brands that we're going to be working with as well.
Now, you mentioned the partnership with Ariva Labs, so tell me about who that is and how does this all fit in?
Yeah, so Ariva is headed by Wally El-Tawashi, who's a good friend of ours. So he's got a lot of unique content that he's producing. He's produced numerous documentaries at various major broadcasting houses. So he's our man on the ground in Los Angeles. He's helping us facilitate introductions to talent agents, talent, music industry, live scripted broadcasting. So that's really one of the first partnerships that we're going to be announcing. So there's going to be a lot more news flow coming from the company as we get more penetration into each of those content silos. So it's a very big start for us.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we're going to be doing some more interviews.
I hope so,
some
yeah.
more things. Anything else besides that that's coming up for Fanify?
Yeah, like I said, we have a significant pipeline of partnerships that are coming up. Aruba was the first one that we've announced. We've announced previous partnerships with esports ownership organizations, so we're looking to expand that. As we go further beyond working with Wally, making some deals, hopefully with the studios that produce other content as well. And going back to our brand positioning, our mission is to fandify the world, if you will. Yeah. So anybody that's creating content, we want them to think of Fandify as a new way to engage with their fans and their audience.
Okay, and they can find out how to do that on your website?
Fandify.com, Fandify.com.
Okay.
All our information's there, and lots of stuff coming down the pipe, so we're very excited.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Glent has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glent's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glentpay.com or download Glent from your favorite app store.
Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
SEKUR is a data messaging, also email system that is secure. They're different from some of the other platforms that are so popular. And with me is Alon Gahi, the CEO of SEKUR, to talk about the company and a big raise that you just got financially, Alon. So congratulations on that. It says something about the company and the potential. Do you want to tell me the details on that?
Sure. Thank you, Jane. And hi, everyone who's watching us. So what we do is we do secure and private communication like email, chat, etc. Now, last year, we raised in US dollar, I would say was about $7 million in 2021. And this year, we did this last raise. We were very fortunate and grateful to our shareholders because the raise was actually done at a higher market value than our present share price, and we were looking for about $400,000 or $500,000 US to have a few people in that missed the ones last year, and we closed about 800,000 plus Canadian. That's about 600 plus US. What's important to know is that in this market, which is catastrophic, let's say, there's quite a few days where you have a few hundred points down, we were able to have a price, a firm price, and maintain the price. At some days, it was 20% above the market price. So that's important to know. So we raised about $600 plus $1,000, 812,000 Canadian at 26 cents, I think, US, or 28 US, with a full warrant at 56. And that sets a precedent as well for any future uplisting that we may do. It shows that we do offer a certain value. People recognize the value of the company, and they're not going to negotiate 3, 4, 5 cents up and down because the great thing is that it came with a full warrant at 100% above price. So it was raised at 28 cents US, and the warrant is at 56 cents US. Most of the time, the warrants are only 25 cents above the strike price. So that was great. It shows that we have something to offer.
Yeah, well, and I know you've worked really hard. You've got this very unique product that I feel like is in demand as we see hacks on a daily basis, sometimes hourly basis. So the industry you're in, plus the company together, led to that successful raise, I feel.
Yes, we're a simple, clean company. We have subscribers on a daily basis. We have zero debt, and that's a huge thing, not to have a debt or convertible debt, debt that turns into stock. Convertibles, a lot of time we have none of that. We have $6 million in cash, US, in the bank, and every day, every hour, we have subscribers coming to buy our solution on our website. And it's a recurring revenue model. So every quarter, we really increase our sale. It's like a thing that kind of moves on its own. And people realize that this is an amazing business model in a sector that is really front and center of people, businesses, and politicians' minds. So we're starting to see that recognition finally for SEKUR, the company and the product.
Now, the chat by invite, what is that exactly?
So chat by invite is a very unique feature of our messenger. As you know, if you want to chat with someone, when you use a big tech platform, whether it's WhatsApp, Signal, or anything else, the other person needs to have the same application. If not, you can't chat. Also, when you sign up to this application, you need to give your phone number first, then you can sign up and download. First of all, we never ask for your phone number because that's the first entry door to the hackers and the data miners, to you and all your contacts. So first, there's no phone number. Nobody knows you're using our product. It's like being invisible and doing your business and hiding from all the hackers. That's one thing. Then we figured we wanted to have something, because we're not a $1 trillion company like Facebook, right? With WhatsApp that's so ubiquitous. We wanted to have a system where people say, okay, I'm going to use SEKUR, but I know I can chat with someone who doesn't have SEKUR. So what we did first was chat by invite using email. So there was, version 1 where you, Jane, would receive an email from me, click on it, and then you can chat with me on a browser. And when I'm done, it's over, it disappears everywhere, and if you click on that link again, it'll prompt you to buy the product. Now we have SMS, because everybody said, well, email is kind of intrusive. I just want to text someone. So now I can text you, Jane, or anybody. We have multiple countries. We have probably 6-7 countries in Latin America, because we're doing a big launch there. Switzerland, obviously some countries in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, US, Canada. So now I can text someone in those countries and says, hey, and I want to chat with you. You get it on your text, you click, and now it opens a browser, you chat with me, and that chat, the whole conversation just happens in Switzerland because nothing goes over the net. So when you click, you connect yourself through our Helix technology to our servers in Switzerland. And what's really cool is that you don't need to buy the application, you don't need a special password, and you don't need to register to our service, because that's kind of cumbersome for people.
Yeah, that'll be great. We've got the studio time scheduled, so looking forward to seeing you again in person and getting an update on the business there.
Thank you. Thanks, Jane, and thanks everyone for watching us.
America keeps turning to Kudlow. He's been beating the competition to become the king of business news. No one else has his experience. No one else does his kind of analysis.
And I'm not going to hold back.
Kudlow.
From Wall Street to your street.
Weekdays at 4.
Should have called a pro.
I got this. I watch a lot of home improvement shows on Sling TV. I'm going to need a gallon of